Math 6, Quarter 2, Week 1, MELC-BASED. Let's learn about expressing one value as a fraction of another given the ratio and vice versa. Hello kids, it's me, Teacher Frel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and hit the notification bell for the latest video. You can also follow my Facebook page, Teacher Frel TV. For today's lesson in Math 6, we will discuss about expressing one value as a fraction of another given the ratio and vice versa. For most essential learning competencies, expresses one value as a fraction of another given the ratio and vice versa. What is ratio? Ratio is a way of comparing two or more quantities having the same units. The quantities may be separate entities or they may be different parts of a whole. You can write the ratio of A and B in three ways. It can be in word form, column form, and fraction form. The order in which the ratio is expressed is very important. The order of the terms in a ratio must correspond to the order of objects being compared. In the ratio, a part can be compared to its whole. After going through this lesson, you are expected to express one value as a fraction of another given the ratio and vice versa. Look at the example below. Example number 1. Compare the number of circles to triangles, vice versa. There are 12 circles to 6 triangles. Let's see the ratio of circles to triangles. In word form, it is written as 12:6. In column form, it is written as 12:6. In fraction form, it is 12:6. And now let's see the vice versa. Ratio of triangles to circles. In word form, it is 6:12. In column form, 6:12. And in fraction form, 6:12. If you compare the part of the total number of the shapes, the ratio of the part to the total has the same meaning as a fraction. Look at the example below. This is example number 2. Compare the total number of shapes to the number of triangles. If we total the number of shapes, 12 circles plus 6 triangles equals 18 shapes. There are 18 shapes in all. The ratio of total shapes to triangle is, in word form, it is 18:6. 18 is the total number of shapes, 6 is the number of triangles. In column form, it is 18:6. And in fraction form, it is also 18:6. Let's see the ratio of triangles to total shapes. This is vice versa. In word form, it is 6:18. In column form, 6:18. And in fraction form, 6:18. Even if the ratio is in fraction form, you will still say 18:6 or 6:18. Ratio should also be in simplest form or lowest form like a fraction. You can express the above example as 18:6. In simplest form or lowest form it is, you have to find the GCF of 18 and 6, which is 6. 18:6 divided by 6 equals 3:1. This is the lowest form. Now, in vice versa, 6:18 divided by 6 equals 1:3. So the simplest form is 3:1, and 1:3. Let's study example number 3. Express the ratio of 3 25-centavo coins to 3 peso coins in column form. So we have here 3 25-centavo coins to 3 peso coin. Since the two quantities have different units, you need to make sure that they must be in the same units to express the right ratio. Thus, in this example, you can express ratio of the two quantities as 3:12, since there are 4 25-centavo coin in each 1 peso coin. So, let's see. 3 25-centavo coins to 4 25-centavo coin in each 1 peso coin. Because in each 1 peso, there are 4 25-centavo coin. In simplest form, the ratio of 3 25-centavo coin to 3 peso coin or 3 pesos is 1:4 or 1:4. Now, let's study example number 4. Express the equivalent ratio of 2:4. 2:4 multiplied by 2 is equals to 4:8. The equivalent ratio of 2:4 is multiplied by 3. 2:4 times 3 equals 6:12. Another equivalent ratio is 2:4 times 4 equals 8:16. And another equivalent ratio is 2:4 times 5 equals 10:20. The possible equivalent ratio of 2:4 or 2:4 are 4:8, 6:12, 8:16, and 10:20. There are instances that the term of ratio do not have the same units or classifications. This is a special ratio called rate. For example, kilometers to an hour. Let's study another example. Example number 5. Rom scored 180 points in 5 basketball games. Find the average rate per game. So rate equals 180 points is to 5 games. In every game or in one game, there is 36 points. So that in 5 games, there are 180 points. 36 points is to 1 games is equals to 36 points per game. And now, let us do learning task 1. Write a ratio of the following in 3 ways. Write your answer in your notebook. Number 1. 10 pentagon is to 8 right angle. In fraction form, it is written like this. 10 is to 8. But we have to get the lowest term. To get the lowest term, find the GCF, which is 2. 10 is to 8 divided by 2 equals 5:4. So this is the simplest form. In column form, it is 5:4. And in word form, it is 5:4. Number 2. 8 circles is to 6 triangles. In fraction form, it is 8:6. Write this into simplest form. 8:6 divided by 2 equals 4:3. It is the simplest form. In column form, it is 4:3. And in word form, it is 4:3. Number 3. 18 stars is to 15 pentagons. In fraction form, it is 18:15. Now, get the simplest form. We have to divide it to 3. 18:15 divided by 3 equals 6:5. Now, write this in column form. 6:5. And also write this in word form. 6:5. Learning task 2. Write a ratio of the following in 3 ways. Write your answer in your notebook. Number 1. 6 weeks to 12 days. So remember, in 1 week, there are 7 days. Now, how many days are there in 6 weeks? In 6 weeks, there are 42 days. So in fraction form, it is 42 is to 12. Get the lowest term, divide 42 is to 12 by 6. 42 is to 12 divided by 6 equals 7 is to 2. Now, the fraction form is 7 is to 2. In column form, it is 7 is to 2. And in word form, it is 7 is to 2. Number 2. 10 decimeters to 10 centimeters. Remember, 1 decimeter is equivalent to 10 centimeters. Now, how many centimeters are there in 10 decimeters? So, you have to multiply 10 times 10. 10 times 10 equals 100. So, 100 is to 10. Write this into simplest form. Divide 10. 100 is to 10 divided by 10 equals 10 is to 1. Now, write them in fraction form. 10 is to 1. In column form, 10 is to 1. And in word form, 10 is to 1. Number 3. 4 days to 36 hours. Remember, 1 day is equivalent to 24 hours. How many hours are there in 4 days? You have to multiply 24 times 4 equals 96. So in fraction, it is 96 is to 36. Now write this into simplest form. Divide by 12. 96 is to 36 divided by 12 equals 8 is to 3. Now write them in fraction form. 8 is to 3. In column form, 8 is to 3. And in word form, 8 is to 3. Number 4. 4 months to 8 weeks. Remember, 1 month is equivalent to 4 weeks. Now, how many weeks are there in 4 months? Multiply 4 weeks times 4 months equals 16. So, in fraction, it is 16 is to 8. Now, write this in simplest form. Divide by 8. 16 is to 8 divided by 8 equals 2 is to 1. And then write this into fraction form, which is 2 is to 1, column form 2 is to 1, and word form 2 is to 1. Number 5. 30 seconds to 6 minutes. Remember, in 1 minute, there are 60 seconds. So in 6 minutes, how many seconds are there? Multiply 60 seconds times 6 minutes equals 360 seconds. So the fraction is 30 to 360. Write this in simplest form. Divide by 30. 30 to 360 divided by 30 equals 1 is to 12. Then, write it in fraction form, column form, and word form. 1 is to 12, 1 is to 12, and 1 is to 12. Number 6. 24 girls to 16 boys. Write this in fraction form. 24 is to 16. Then write this into simplest form. Divide by 8. 24 is to 16 divided by 8 equals 3 is to 2. Now write in fraction form 3 is to 2, column form 3 is to 2, and word form 3 is to 2. Number 7. 12 mangoes to 36 fruits. So 12 is to 36. Get the simplest form. First, divide it by 12. 12 is to 36 divided by 12 equals 1 is to 3. Then write in fraction form 1 is to 3, column form 1 is to 3, and word form 1 is to 3. Number 8. 2 years to 36 months. Remember, in 1 year, there are 12 months. How many months are there in 2 years? 24. 24 is to 36. Then get the simplest form. First, divide by 12. 24 is to 36 divided by 12 equals 2 is to 3. Now, write in fraction form 2 is to 3, column form 2 is to 3, and word form 2 is to 3. Number 9. 45 points to 9 games. Write in fraction form, 45 is to 9. Then get the simplest form. First, divide by 9. 45 is to 9 divided by 9 equals 5 is to 1. So in fraction form, 5 is to 1, column form, 5 is to 1, and word form, 5 is to 1. And for number 10, 468 students for 9 classrooms. In fraction form, 468 students is to 9. Get the simplest form. First, divide by 9. 468 is to 9 divided by 9 equals 52 is to 1. Now write this in fraction form. 5 is to 1. In column form, 5 is to 1. And in word form, 5 is to 1. For learning task 3, write at least 3 equivalent ratio of the given ratio. Write your answer in your notebook. What are the equivalent ratio of 2 is to 4? Correct. These are 4 is to 8, 6 is to 12, and 8 is to 16. It is just like skip counting. Number 2. What are the equivalent ratio of 5 is to 10? Very good. These are 10 is to 20, 15 is to 30, and 20 is to 40. Number 3. What are the equivalent ratio of 4 is to 5? Very good. These are 8 is to 10, 12 is to 15, and 16 is to 20. Number 4. What are the equivalent ratio of 3 is to 9? Very good. These are 6 is to 18, 9 is to 27, and 12 is to 36. Number 5. What are the equivalent ratio of 2 is to 5? Very good. These are 4 is to 10, 6 is to 15, 8 is to 20. Number 6. What are the equivalent ratio of 8 is to 10? Very good. These are 16 is to 20, 24 is to 30, and 32 is to 40. Number 7. What are the equivalent ratio of 3 is to 5? Very good. These are 6 is to 10, 9 is to 15, and 12 is to 20. Number 8. What are the equivalent ratio of 2 is to 8? Very good. These are 4 is to 16, 6 is to 24, 8 is to 32. Number 9. What are the equivalent ratio of 3 is to 7? Very good. These are 6 is to 14, 9 is to 21, and 12 is to 28. And for number 10, what are the equivalent ratio of 6 is to 8? Very good. These are 12 is to 16, 18 is to 24, and 24 is to 32. For learning task 4, write the following fraction in word and column form. Do this in your notebook. Number 1. 3 is to 4. In word form, it is 3 is to 4. In column form, it is 3 is to 4. Number 2. 5 is to 8. In word form, it is 5 is to 8. In column form, it is 5 is to 8. Number 3. 4 is to 7. In word form, it is 4 is to 7. In column form, it is 4 is to 7. Number 4. 2 is to 9. In word form, it is 2 is to 9. In column form, it is 2 is to 9. Number 5. 6 is to 7. In word form, it is 6 is to 7. And in column form, it is 6 is to 7. Number 6. 8 is to 13. In word form, it is 8 is to 13. And in column form, it is 8 is to 13. Number 7. 3:5. In word form, it is 3:5. In column form, it is 3:5. Number 8. 9:11. In word form, it is 9:11. In column form, it is 9:11. Number 9. 10:11. In word form, it is 10:11. In column form, it is 10:11. And number 10, 56:18. In word form, it is 56:18. In column form, it is 56:18. Remember, ratio is a comparison of two quantities which can be written in column, word, or fraction form. Rate is a comparison of two quantities but may have different units of measures and their ratio has a unit of measure. So kids, do you understand our lesson for today? Wow! Good job! Kids, I hope you learned a lot from this lesson. Until our next topic, bye-bye kids! Thanks for watching!